it's Em, the beginner crafter. Welcome to another Crochet and Crafts Tube video. Today it's also just a crochet because I was finishing up on the things I wanted to do for my cousin's baby. So that all included crochet things, but I hope next time, apart from crochet, I will also have something using other crafts. But let's focus on what we are supposed to. So what I made in the last 2 weeks that is crochet related. And the first thing is this crochet blanket. This is what's called Call The Midwife pattern. As far as I know, it's because this kind of blanket, this kind of design appeared in a TV show called Call The Midwife, and people really liked the design and started writing the patterns for it. And the one I have is from, I think, like Little Monkey Crochet. I will put the information in the description box, just in case I'm wrong at the moment. And you may remember that around September, I think, maybe even August, yeah, August it was, I was doing this blanket. I was making it for my cousin's baby, but I ran out of yarn. So I stopped, I made a different blanket, and then I realized, well, I want to do this blanket. It's pretty, and the other blanket was very, very big, and it's very, very warm. And I wanted to make something lighter and smaller. So I decided, well, okay, now that I have a big blanket, I can make a smaller one. So I don't have to make it so big. So I decided to cut one, I mean not cut because I ripped everything out. I just didn't do one more panel in here, so that saved me some yarn. And also because of this choice, I for like proportions reasons, I didn't have to make it so long as well. So instead of, I think, like 11 panels, I only had to make 9 panels, and that was it for the blanket. The border is, I don't know if it's the original border from the show, but this was what I had in my pattern, so kind of a scalloped edge. That wasn't particularly easy, especially in the corners, because in some corners, as you can see, there's one scallop just sort of rounding the corner, and in another corner it's 2 scallops kind of starting before the corner and then sort of both meeting in the corner. And I have 2 corners like this, 2 corners like that, so it's symmetrical, and that's what's important for me. It's symmetrical, so that's what I have. I think the colors look better in camera than in real life. I'm not 100% happy with this lighter pink. It really looks great in camera because it is kind of this cool shade, and I like this. And in real life, this one is more like peach color, and it's also quite intense. So it's not like light, dark, Of course, the peach is lighter than the other pink, but it is also intense because it's kind of warmer and more orange. So I like it better on the camera than in real life. But it happens, even if it's just one or the second time. So yeah, I like it better on the camera, but still it's not bad. So I'm sending it this week or next week. Well, when you're watching it, when it premieres, when I post it, it will be this week. So I'm sending it, and I can focus on other projects, not just for the baby. So that's one. And another project that I made also for the baby were the booties, like this. They are booties. The size supposedly is for 0 to 3 months, so it's not perfectly for a newborn. I'm usually scared to make things like for newborns because as far as I know, when you watch TV or read the news, sometimes babies are born much bigger than normally, sometimes are smaller a bit, so you can never be sure. So I decided it's better, safer to make something bigger, because if the baby is big, then they'll fit. If the baby is smaller, then they will fit later. So those are the booties. And I will also write in the description box where I found them. It was on YouTube. And I just followed the pattern exactly. So it's exactly what you would get. So yeah, it's like a longer booty, and you just do it like this, and you get a booty that is not so long, but it has like a cuff in here. So that's the way it looks. Unfortunately, I don't have anything to like fill it. I guess I could use the filling that is usually used for amigurumi, so that it has some shape to it. But I mean, it's crochet. It will never like really behave like a booty that will always keep the shape that you give it. So I'm not too concerned with that. The booties were pretty easy to make, very fast. So I guess if I really wanted to, I could make them in one day, but I never had this much time to work on them in one day. So it took me, I guess, about 3 days in total. And yeah, I used the same yarn that I used for the previous blanket. So Yarn Art Baby. And I used 3.5mm hook because the pattern is basically the same for all ages. You just change the size hook that you use, and so the smaller hook you use, the smaller the booties will be, and the bigger size hook you use, the bigger the booties will be. So that's great, because then you don't have to worry too much about changing the pattern for different sizes, looking at the best pattern. You just have the same pattern for all the booties that you want. And when it comes to this yarn, I bought 12 balls of yarn in total. I used 10.5 for the baby blanket, the large one, and I used the rest of the 11th ball for the booties. I still have some left, but I don't think it will serve me anything. When it comes to this blanket, I used the yarn that I got in Crochet Society blanket. over a year ago. I think it was something like July of 2020, and it was this kind of lockdown box where we got 8 balls of yarn, but those balls were never labeled, so I'm not really sure what yarn it is. I think it's DK yarn, so double knit, because it's similar like width or thickness to this yarn, and it's DK. And I used basically the whole ball of this color, because also what I have left I can't really use anywhere. It's like this size ball, and this yarn I still have quite a lot left, and the size, the amount difference is staggering. I know I have like 1 panel less of this. I know the panels of this dark aren't as wide as of the light one, because the light one also had those like columns on top and in the bottom, and the border is done with the light one, but I have no idea how come the size is, the amount left is really huge, because it looks like I have at least 1/3 of a ball left in this yarn. And the previous blanket that I was making, this one has already finished, and the previous one still I had quite a lot left, so I really don't know what happened, but I really can't tell you what yarn it was. But this size blanket, if you do it like I did, so 2 colors, and you use one as sort of more important color, it will take you full ball of yarn, and the other one you will use something between 2/3 and a half, because I'm pretty sure I used this yarn before for something else, small amount, but for something else. So I had less of this yarn, and that's why I thought to use this one as the main color that will I will use more of. So that's how those 2 projects went. For the next 2 weeks, I don't have anything planned, because I've done everything for the baby, and I have no idea what I would else like to do. I might do something Christmas related, to make some decorations for my flat. But I don't know. I really don't know. I might finally make a decision about the blanket I want for my new apartment, but again, I still don't know what I want. And yeah, I would have to use yarn. So first I will need to buy the yarn. I was thinking of going back to my knitting and finally finish the scarf. The previous plan was to finish it before autumn, but I ran out of yarn, and when I wanted to buy more, it turned out that they don't have this color. It's out of stock, so I can't. And I have a new idea for something that is called a reading journal, and I saw it all over YouTube. I've watched some of it, and it seems like a really nice idea, and I'm thinking of making my own to start in the new year, because I would like to have it as my companion to Goodreads, because with Goodreads, the problem is I don't always think to like catalog the book I've read immediately, and then it takes time for me to remember. I either stack the books I've read somewhere and I can't move the stack because then I will never be able to catalog it. So I hope this journal will help me do that I will write it in the journal without having to log to Goodreads, and I'll be able to keep some kind of order when it comes to books. But I still need to think how I want to design it, what I want there, apart from just the list of books I've read. So I don't know if I will be able to show it to you next time. I don't think I want to do it as sort of plan with me or set up with me, just because I don't have the best equipment for that. When I was watching my budget with me videos or plan with me with Happy Planner videos, there are some things I don't like about it, the way the camera is positioned and everything, so I don't really have the idea for it now. Hopefully next year when I'll be in the new apartment, possibly I will have a new camera, well, the phone, but I use the camera in the phone to do that. Then I'll be able to sort of show it as how I'm setting things up, but we'll see that later. So I don't know what you can expect in the next 2 weeks, because I finished everything I needed and now it just needs to start. I have to think of something. If you've liked the video, please give it a thumbs up. It's always appreciated. If you have any comments, write down below. Especially maybe you have some ideas of what I could do. Then please do write down. And think about subscribing if you want to see the progress I'm making in different things or what new things I'm going to make. Then yeah, subscription is somewhere down there. Thank you for watching and hopefully see you next time. Bye!